By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First down, it's Watson.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Watson off play action. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. On now is the Titans punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Taken in at the 22. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Watson. That is caught by Anderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. There's Trimble, the tight end.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. 57 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Tannehill's throw here complete to Kelsey. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Deshaun Hand. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. Open man Julio. Touchdown Tennessee. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Off the play fake. Watson. Flush to his right. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And he fields it cleanly. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Dancing to his left. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Watson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime. Intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On second down now, it's Henry, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Off play action, Tannehill. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up. They're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fake here, direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 92 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Play action, it's Tannehill. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. They begin with Henry. Stays on his feet, and he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Right.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Being chased out left. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
Tannehill on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Quick. Check 52. Deep.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short, and now it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for the Titans.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. It completes it once more to Anderson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
7 yards there and a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Watson on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Throwing again is Watson. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run with McCaffrey. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He'll buy some time right. And this one is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. That caught by Trimble. And down inside the 15 he goes.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Buying time to his left. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. There he goes right side. He's at the 40, past the 20. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. That'll be caught by Anderson.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Panthers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Titans are going to recover the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Tannehill. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One last throw here for Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those